I try to give them my life story, tell them how anger can put you in prison, put you in bad situations, can take lives. At the age of 12, I started smoking weed. Before that, I always had anger, get mad, throw fits, but it all came out more that I would start, using drugs. At the age of 13, I landed in a rehab center, and I spent my 14th birthday in there, and it all went downhill from there. The whole point of the gang awareness class is to keep them away from gangs and show them the stupidity in it. There's different ranks in gangs, so you try to make it to the top, think you're a big wig, and I've made it to some of those positions in the penitentiary, and I've come to find out that it keeps you trapped in that mentality, and once you join it, you automatically have enemies. So why would you join something when you automatically have enemies and know that your whole life ahead of you is destruction, and it leads to violence and just breaking the law? So maybe just by sharing my life story, they'll see where anger will lead you, and maybe they'll stop.
In the last 3 months, we had at least 4 kids get shot. It's like we have more youth getting shot than adults.
Love, life, loyalty, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. That's your outer six. Your inner six are unity, education, economics, political, social development, organization. Sounds very positive and uplifting, but actually has the negative effect towards every point and symbol of it. So we're covering that up today.
Am I gonna sit up or am I lay back?
Down, Jack.
Yeah. Back when I was coming up, you'd never hear about, 2 or 3 people getting killed within the week. We still had those, like, what we call old heads, the OGs, the old school cats that we kind of looked up to in the neighborhood. This new generation, they if they're not raising themselves, they're being raised in a single parent home. You don't have any places like a YMCA for the kids to go to, or a parent, they just don't have that privilege of being around positive people.
I was initiated into my gang when I was 17. I was Simon City Royal. It's a gang that originated from Chicago that trickled down to Mississippi, and it was a struggle with those that you called your brother to show your worth, I mean, there's been several situations that I've fought people, kick off a banging, beat up somebody, just show that you're not weak.
All right, are you ready?
The incident that really made me change my ways was May the 31st, 2009. I came home, I was high. Me and my dad got into an altercation. He pulled a knife on me. I hit him, he fell back, he busted his head, which put him in the hospital. He died 4 months later. They charged me with murder. That was a wake-up call. That was a hard pill to swallow. I knew I had to change. That was it. My 13th time in lockdown, awaiting trial, my son was born. That's where I had my conviction with the Lord. That's where I gave it all to God. Every horrible act that I remember doing in my life, I gave it to God. I said, God, take this from me. Take all of these memories from me, please, and help me to be a different person. And since that day, he took it from me. You know, I realized what drugs can actually do, you know, how they take effect on you, that actually made me take a strike at my father, which led him to die while under the influence. Not under my own influence, under the influence of drugs. So I know if I would have been sober, I could have avoided striking my dad, and I could have probably avoided the whole situation. I'd like to see the cycle stopped in Clarksdale. I'd like to see the cycle stopped in the world of kids without fathers. You know, kids missing that love, that leadership, that discipline.
Get it back, get it back.
It takes action. It takes actually being there for the kids.
Good foul, good foul.
And showing them a love that they've never had.
There you go, give it a love in.
However you treat the youth is how our future is going to be.
Oh! Larville!
My son Larville, you know, just a few people at a time, it can multiply. So that's what my goal is, stop the cycle.
William leaves something special when he leaves. He touches lives. People touch his lives. He's living it. He's not just talking it, he's living it. I mean, how often do you walk the walk, and how often do you just talk?